on here. So let's see.
Yeah, it's working. Yeah.
All right, you have the link. Let me copy.
Yeah.
And paste
Do
it
you
right
want
into
the? I used the link that was on the Discord.
There.
Is it loading for you guys as well, or?
Yeah.
For me, I have like the image. Thanks
Yeah.
for joining us.
I have the same.
Okay, perfect.
And that's it. And 3 people are watching right now.
Ah, we are.
So I assume
Already
it's,
have 3 likes as well. Hello, everyone.
Yep.
Like it as well. So, as usual, our dean is running late, so we're just kind of biding some time while he gets here.
Mhm.
You guys hear Sergio's kid in the background?
Exactly. She's having dinner right now.
Oh, for some reason.
So maybe we could discuss first this new mechanics that was introduced in the game with those shadow eggs. So I don't know what do you think about it? If you like the feature, if you already hatched some of those eggs.
Like Trubbish exists, and that's like one thing I already really hate about it, because it's like
I just hatched a Trubbish.
But I didn't pick up any eggs from it so far because I was too lazy to leave my house. But yeah,
like,
I mean,
Papa Antifly, how you doing? Coon, what do you think of these strange eggs? Have you hatched anything good out of it yet?
I haven't. Actually, I'm like stacking the eggs. I have like 8 currently. I'm waiting to have 9. Then I'm going to make a small game, on my on the local Discord. There is like a game we used to play, and it's like guessing the months that are going to be to hatched. And here the game will be more untrubished. Am I going to hatch?
Well, I'm already at 1, so can I put that on the board?
Yeah, and I used to do that with 10k eggs, and one time I think like out of a 10k batch, I got 7 Phoebas.
I just hatched 2
Classic.
sock out of 10k eggs. I was like, I didn't even know this trash was in there.
Yeah, I mean, I really want a Mandibus, but I want one with decent IVs, so I have to trade for one. But yeah, because Mandibus looks like so great for the Halloween Cup meta.
I didn't even think about that. Do you have an idea of what you're planning on running, or do you not want to spoil it, Leandro?
I don't really have. I really want to run Crostal because it like wins nearly everything besides Azumarill in the theory. And I was thinking about some strat like baiting out the Azumarill with like an AVEX save swap or something like that, kill it with the Venusaur. Also with AVEX and Crostal you have double bug counters. But yeah, I have to do some practice matches and all that stuff to figure it out. And also, I don't really want to be too weak to Manibus because Manibus beats like half of the meta.
Mm-hmm.
And yeah.
I just traded a good purified Sableye, so I'm seeing if I can best buddy it in time, but it's not looking like it.
Yeah.
But I mean, for Halloween Cup meta, I'm not sure if I want to run a team with Azumarill because like everyone will have Galvantula or something anti-Azumarill, as always.
That's true. Yeah.
So yeah, I have to look.
Yeah, I haven't checked that. I was thinking to warm them trash because I like them.
Yeah.
But I really haven't checked.
Yeah, it looks quite decent for and trash, but yeah. Also, Marvile looks quite interesting with the Fire Fang against all that bugs and the steals and a unique typing.
Yeah, sometimes when I was running the grass hole line, I was having troubles with the Mawile.
Yeah.
That can take out pretty much the whole team.
Yeah, pretty much. If you don't get Bastard unlocked into it.
So yeah, for those of you guys just joining us, thanks. We're still waiting for our dean to show up. He was running late in a meeting, so we're just kind of talking about GBL and stuff going on. So if you guys have any interesting topics, feel free to drop them in the chat.
Does anybody know what the new like rocket stop is for, like, which was Nordex before? What trio they could have now?
Now we can have Aerodactyl.
Yeah, but behind that, because I have one at home at the moment.
I think no, Skarmory is the flying, but you know that Sableye is back as well in those rocket stops. That's very good news because I had one yesterday and I had one as well too.
Sableye is pretty nice.
Switch accounts here real quick. Are you going to do it right now, Leandro? Or are you going to see what's behind the Aerodactyl?
Yeah. But it weirdly, like, it showed the wrong text. It showed the text for Aerodactyl, but it's actually poison without even mentioning something about poison. So I'm a little confused.
Oh.
But also, I have to look at Shadow Aerodactyl for the Flying Cup, if there's like any point of it over the normal one.
Actually, I was considering running the Shadow if I have a good one for the Flying Cup because I couldn't find one with the attack breakpoint to win the Altaria matchup.
Yeah.
Yeah. So I'm pretty sure that with the Shadow, you don't have the attack breakpoint problem.
Yeah, for sure not. But also speaking about Altaria, I was planning on playing Altaria Safe Swap in Flying Cup because it wins everything besides like Articuno and Togekiss in the 2 shields. So it really looks like a very good safe swap. But I'm still not sold about the Flying Cup meta because it's like a weird meta.
Mhm. I'm hoping that that's where I'll get my GBL points back. I'll tell you what, while we wait for Abby, Leandrooo, why don't you introduce yourself a little bit? And then,
So yeah, I'm like as you heard Leandrooo, or in real life, my name is Leander, and I'm 19 years old, and I'm from Germany. And yeah, I started to play PvP around. I started with Sinister, which was around a year ago, pretty much at Halloween last year. And yeah, since that I started with Sylph before like all that GPL stuff and all that. And yeah, I really liked it and found many communities by it. Also, funnily enough, like Lundberger and Splendischen, that also are in the same EPL lobby with me.
Mhm.
So we all sometimes like also play like some tournaments together, which is quite funny. And yeah, if there's anything else you want to know about me, you can just ask in the chat.
Why do you sound like Junkers?
Because Junkers is a noob.
oh, look, we finally made it to the chat.
Hey guys.
Alright.
Oh man, I just had to teach my my colleagues how to play Among Us.
Well, we haven't
great.
really got started yet. We were just kind of talking about GBL and our strategies for the Halloween Cup a little bit.
I don't want to talk about PvP for a while. I'm so annoyed with it right now.
Well, you're in luck because you're at a
Sure.
PvP chat.
Hey, man, today I was doing really well in a way that I was having a positive day, and then the last set it was so terrible, the lag. It's just I was staring at a Snorlax licking down my Gyarados.
Oh.
Well,
It was fun. Yeah, it literally licked my entire Gyarados down.
I was quite lucky with lags. At least I rarely have gotten or encountered any lag in the last days. Luckily.
Mm-hmm. But I think it's like time zone based and when you start to queue and stuff like that. Because it's like for me, it was okay at the start, and now it's getting more and more worse. I don't know why.
Yeah, if like maybe it's at that time. What's now? It's like the morning in the US, right?
Ah, yeah, shit.
And all that stuff.
Yeah.
Servers.
Shit. Oh yeah. Okay. I'll have to probably change the timing I play. And like I think I finally hit 2,700 again after tanking from 2,800. And today was another time I was doing okay. And the last set I was 1-3. I was already angry because I lost the match because of lag. And the last match I had an earthquake stored on my Metagross. And the opposition swaps in his Metagross. It was already at like 80% HP or something. So I throw the earthquake, and you know the screen freeze glitch where you can't do all the bubbles. I could only do great, and he survived with like 2 or 3 HP to bullet punch me. I was like, no.
So what is your low score at then, Abby?
I don't want to talk about it. I finished at, I think, 2,687.
Oh, that's much better than me. I just finished slightly above 2,500.
I'm currently at 2918.
Yeah, but you hit rank 10 already. We don't like you anymore.
Well, on the note of what a good battler you are, I'm going to switch the screen over a little bit so people can see that we are going to talk about your 6-0 Sunrise Cup sweep.
Yeah.
Do you want to give us a little intro into it?
Yeah, it was from the cup was hosted by PvP Germany. It was, I believe, on the first or second day of the Sunrise Cup. So it was one of the first 6-round tournaments. And the funny thing about it is I got asked by some of my friends that also played in the tournament if I want to join in the cup, and I haven't looked at all into the meta. I was like that day 2 or 3 minutes in the team builder, and then just play it. Doesn't matter if I go bad or not. It's the start of the season, and I did not expect like a 6-0 sweep at all.
It's a good surprise.
Definitely a good surprise.
I kind of like the new system where that you don't have to choose immediately which cup is going to be weighted, because for me it takes a lot of pressure off.
Yeah, same.
I honestly I don't like that system at all. I find it well it's 50-50 for me. I think like it's going to kill, let's say, local scenes, because for example, if you want to hit elite again, you're definitely going to go to like big tournaments like 6 rounders or 7 rounders.
Yeah.
And local cups like 4 rounds, 5 rounds, you're going to be like, it's still one of the 6 cups I can wait. I'm not going to waste my time on this. You see?
Although, personally speaking, I really like those 4 and 5 round tournaments because they don't take too long.
Yeah.
And like you can test out some stuff, and like you don't take like 3 weeks to finish a 7-round cup, for example.
Yeah, that's fair. But then again, like, if you're really going for the leaderboards and stuff, you'll probably want to wait 7 rounders. Like, I've seen a lot of people that I usually don't see in 7 rounders show up.
Yeah, I'm mainly playing for fun itself and not like for the ranking. So for me, like this lower round tournaments are very enjoyable.
Yeah, that's good. That's good to know. All right, now can you take us through your team though?
Yeah, so I think like some picks will really stand out. For example, Tropius, mainly Tropius. I picked the Tropius because it was Little League to maybe G-Fisk or also Vigoroth Swap and Mantine. And crazy with Tropius, you can farm down the Vigoroth without even using any moves. And so that really denies the Vigoroth Swap. You win the G-Fisk matchup every time reliably.
Yeah, with
and you can do exactly, and you can do massive damage to Mantine as well.
It's actually a very good.
Yeah, I was the only person that used it, and rarely saw anybody else using it because it can be RPS. Because if you're locked in against Skarm, it's a little hard, but it's for me it was mainly a bench pressure pick.
Because it's like Drift Limb.
Exactly. It's just mainly bench pressure, and if I bring it in, they don't know when I bring it in, and it usually performs. Also, I was running a double fist strat because I really like the normal stun fist, and I feel like it's very underrated, or it was at that time, because it's such a wall to Skarm, even more than G-Fist, because it can do super effective damage. It's very good against Mantine. It has a neutral matchup against Vigoroth, and all the other flyers is very good. It's also good against a lot of Marowak and all that stuff, and it always performs.
And I think depending on how the Vigoroth plays it, it can beat the Vigoroth. Like for example, if the Vigoroth throws a bulldoze, you win the game. You win that matchup.
Yeah. And I really like the double fist strat. And also sometimes I use like G-Fist, you see in the battle later, G-Fist as a save swap to bait out their main fist counter. And then I had my normal fist in the back that could sweep.
That's a good strat. I made a team with double Fisk, but I played one tournament, but I never actually really liked it personally. I don't know why. But it's just one of those, personal choices. All right, let's get into your matches.
And I think that the Vigoroth Stunfisk matchup is IV dependent. So if you have a good IV Stunfisk, you can win.
I have a rank 1 normal Stunfisk and also rank 1 G-Fisk.
Whoa. Okay. All right, fair enough.
So yeah,
you must have done quite a lot of grinding.
Yeah, luckily it spawned like in my little hometown. and it was like really late, and I just rushed to at least get it.
Oh wow.
So yeah, in the I don't have the footage of the first round, but it was my opponent was using things like Porygon and weird stuff, also Charizard. He also said he didn't really care about it, so
All right, fair
not
enough.
much to miss. And in round 2, I was matched up against not Rubinium,
Mhm.
and yes,
Yeah, what are some of the
the
things
thing,
that you noticed about their team? Like, what did you initially think it would be good against their team? What were some things you're like, oh, maybe I should avoid bringing this in?
looking at I really like both of my Stunfisk. Like they could handle everything besides Ferrothorn together. So it could be one of them basically and have like good matchups around. And also believe like they don't besides Marowak, they don't really have something for the Vigor of Saisform. And against Marowak, you can actually flip the match up if they don't shield second bulldoze.
Yeah.
So I'm going to roll it here, and you guys can just comment on your thought process. And Avi, if you have any good insights or
Yeah.
anything while it's going on, feel free to shout them out.
I don't know. Okay. All right, let's go.
Also the bells are in German, so
Right.
yeah.
Mantine
Up
versus
here in the
Mantine.
I actually never played it before in the club, so after I knew how to play it better, you also want to debuff first and then play Ice Beam, because then every other Ice Beam is debuffed. And
Yeah.
now their Ice Beam isn't debuffed. And
Yeah.
of course I lose CMP here for the Bubble Beam. So that's something I straight learned then in the round, how to play the Manti Mirror better. Because I don't really have a chance here.
Yeah, I think ideally what I usually do is I just go straight Ice Beam and see if I win CMP or not. If I win CMP, I continue the match. If I don't, then I swap into something else after the Mantine uses its energy.
Also right here, I stopped the Ice Beam in the back. And no, that's what I mean. The figure against Marowak. Marowak has Bone Club, which is terrible. So I don't really the match isn't that bad for me, in my opinion, because like I got a shield, I landed a bulldoze. So yeah. Yes, I will lose switch, but I have shield and farm energy.
Yeah, and that's like, and he threw the energy. Oh wow, that's really good for you.
Perfect.
Yeah.
So yeah, just come with Scam, he won't get a goof off.
Yeah, I don't think he has anything at the back that can deal with Skarmory from what I see from his lineup. His main Skarmory counter was, let's say, Stunfisk and Marowak. Unless he bought Stunfisk, there is no way he's back into this game.
Ferrothorn was a bit like...
with Thunder, yes. Yeah, it's not bad, but it still loses, I think, straight Sky Attack.
Yeah, it's very close matchup.
Yeah. And he probably would have bought in his Galarian Stunfisk into the Skarmory if he had it at the back.
Also, what you see, this match will be rematch because as you saw, I couldn't swap out to play my debuffs. And I also didn't debuff his Ferrothorn Bubble Beam. So I went to the admin and asked rematch or not, and it was a rematch. And with new Swift rules, it's like the same lead, but everything behind it can be different.
Yeah.
So we can enjoy another Mantine era. No.
Fair enough. Probably. Let's all enjoy the amazing mirror of Mantine versus Mantine. So what did you change? What would you change from what you saw him playing? Anyways, let's go. Too late.
Sorry.
I'm not sure if it really changed anything. That's a while ago, or from a while ago.
You're breaking up. I can't hear you. Sorry.
Just give me a sec.
You sound very robotic, Leander.
So I guess you have taken lessons from the last time you played. Basically, now you're going Bubble Beam and hoping to debuff him as much as possible. That's one way to do it. Probably at this point they want to go to an ice beam and then swap out. Yeah. So now the Mantine is an even energy.
Can they hear me now
Stunfisk,
again?
yes. Stunfisk
Okay.
gets CMP. Stunfisk gets Rock Slide before.
Yeah.
So yeah, he basically bought almost a similar line. You just bought in Stunfisk instead of Vigor Save Swap.
My Wi-Fi is kind of lagging, so also the stream is lagging for me. Don't know what's going on now.
Ferrothorn is against the Stunfisk, so he's going straight Power Whip, and you go straight Earthquake, which I think is a smarter move.
Yeah. There's no point in baiting for me. Now it caught up.
Yeah, because if you bait, you lose way too much. It's like Kingdra versus Venusaur. You always go for the outrage.
Yeah. And now the Thunder will do like quite a lot, actually.
Yeah.
And now I guess I'm just gonna go straight for the Brave Bird because now I'm gonna get farmed down no matter what.
Exactly.
And
so it's better you farm. It's better that you get farmed less than more.
Yep. And right here, get off the Bubble Beam. So the Shadow Ball won't do as much. But he survived. But I now can tank this one easily. But I still shield because I actually don't know why. Because it didn't think the Ferrothorn would get to a move. But luckily I catched it. I thought this was a Power Whip. But as it turns out, it actually was a Thunder. So that basically will win me this match.
Yeah, because Power Whip would KO or really put the it would KO the Mantine in this range.
That's what I thought.
And it would also have KO'd the Stunfisk.
Yeah.
Lose
CMP, of course.
Yeah, I have a rank 1 Mantine. It's my life right now.
And
losing CMP.
And right here, the footage ends early because my storage was full. So I actually tapped out of my app as well. And I nearly lost that one because at the end. But yeah, I just got off the Bubble Beam to KO the Ferrothorn and won the rematch.
Yeah, it did not have a lot of HP left anyways.
Yeah. So the catch of the Thunder was pretty decisive for that match.
Yeah, definitely. I'm surprised he went for Thunder.
Yeah, it's a for sure KO.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Power Whip would have killed. Sorry?
Leander, so someone is asking on the chat, is amazed about Eutropius and is asking the rank of your Tropius, if you want to share that with us.
It's a rank 305 with 315.4 for the IVs, which is perfectly playable. It has a similar bulk point for the bubble damage, and it can survive 2 Rock Slide for Chiefess. So it wins those important matchups with these IVs.
How did you so lucky to get that good of a rank of a Tropius?
I luckily got traded from a friend of mine that was on holidays, and don't know which country it was. And
probably somewhere in Spain.
Yeah, we were low friendship level, so luckily I got that one.
I was actually planning on vacations in Spain this time to get some Tropiuses. Didn't work out.
That's when you know you're addicted to a game, is when you're trying to convince your significant other to go to a holiday spot with you.
But I was really lucky.
You won a regional.
But I was really lucky. I got a rank 2 cast form, raining cast form, and a rank 5 snowy cast form because for one day it was foggy.
Oh, yeah.
I was like, what? Okay, I'm taking this.
Nice.
All right. Game 3, right?
Game 3 we were missing the footage for. I flashed it up on the screen real quick, but obviously since it was a sweep.
Yep, I don't know where the footage went. I'm confused as well how I lost it, but yeah.
All right, let's try your next game. Could be interesting still.
No, the 4th game against Notrobinium because of the rematch.
It's against Phil CBK.
No, yeah.
This is a very, very template, what is it called? Sunrise Cup team.
Yeah, this is your team.
Yeah, it is my team. I didn't put a lot of work into my team.
It's a pretty basic team with
exactly.
A Bowmaster. For a Bowmaster, I personally feel like Shadow is way better because it does can output so much more pressure.
Yeah.
But I still don't want my trophies to be matched up against novel Bomber Snow.
Yeah. I got lucky once. A guy ran a Venusaur and Tropius on his team.
And also, as you can see right here, with Tropius, yes, it has 3 really terrible matchups against Scum, Avec, and Bomber Snow, but also 3 positive matchups that everyone has with G-Fisk, with Vigoroth, and Mantine.
Mm-hmm.
So, yeah.
So you went, I guess you probably might have thought of leading it just in case.
The first game which I actually used as a safe swap.
Okay.
For whatever reason.
That's interesting way to play it.
Yeah.
So did he get a Bomber's note? Well, let's see. So
yeah.
I guess you go to the first rock slide and he shields. Do you want to? Okay, that's a bubble beam, I guess. You tank the bubble beam. Yeah. And then you probably want to swap.
Yes, exactly. I want to swap out to like save the energy because I don't want to throw debuff damage. Oh, actually throw a rock slide. Interesting.
Yeah, but you tried to swap and it was not going through a few times.
Yeah. And right here.
Oh man.
It won't KO, and now nothing else will be debuffed.
Yeah.
Now my trophies come in. It's a Marowak.
Yeah.
Which is it's decent because it has to throw Shadow Balls, and also Razor Leaves add up over time.
Yeah, definitely.
But I actually somehow get baited here, which I was really confused why anyone would bait at that point.
I'm surprised because I saw the bait. I was like, why would anybody bait with like an Alolan Marowak? I don't understand.
Yeah.
Oh, that was a bad switch by the opponent, I think. He came in with his Skarmory and...
Yeah. And I also wanted to win Switch advantage because I don't want my G-Fisk matchup against Mantine.
Yeah.
But of course, they got the last second bubble beam, or not ice beam even.
Yeah. But I don't understand why he swapped there. But let's see how this plays out. But I think Skarmory is at a range where 2 rock slides will KO, and your Stunfisk is at a range where 1 sky attack won't kill.
Should be.
Okay, one brave bird. One brave bird would kill. Yeah. I think this is GG. He has a shield, you don't have one, and yeah. He hard countered your Tropius with three mons that can deal with your Tropius. You're a robot again.
Yeah.
Still a robot?
I know. It's my just disconnected.
Ah, okay.
Give me a minute. Why isn't it working today?
Okay, meanwhile, I hatched this amazing Pokemon from a 12-kilometer egg.
Was it a Trubbish?
Yes, it was Trubbish. It was amazing IVs. 10, 15, 15. Perfect for PvP. I'm being sarcastic, by the way. Don't work on that.
Oh man, we were talking about that before you got here. I had 2 as well, and I just hatched one, and it was also a Trubbish. I was like, well, that was literal garbage.
Yep, definitely garbage. I don't understand the game these days, anyways.
It's to help you completing your decks, Abby, because you don't have the evolution of Trubbish yet.
How do you know that? I have not evolved the Trubbish yet.
You showed me a screen yesterday of your Trubbish.
Ah, yeah, fair enough. Yeah. It's just because like I don't want to waste candy on non-PvP mons. Non-PvP IV mons. Like I would evolve with Trubbish if it had like a good PvP IV. But
would you? I have a 99 percentile Trubbish, so I was like, I evolved it, but I don't ever see a use for it, at least yet. But maybe it'll get some good move.
Someday it might be useful. Today I lost to a Roserade in Master League.
Oh. I had an interesting team that they had 2 Charmers on their team, which annihilated my lineup. But I could
Two
see with double
Charmers.
steals. That was pretty
Togekiss
dangerous.
and
Gardevoir.
yeah. I saw a lot of I saw one Shadow Gardevoir today. It was really nice, but I guess I had like a Metagross at the back. I used my Togekiss as like a sack swap, basically. I wanted him to play out the matchup, bring out his steel, and then unfortunately for him, I had Metagross at the back, and he saved his Gardevoir at the back, so that was that.
Well, tell you what, Abby, while Leander's trying to reconnect, why don't you go ahead and just shoutcast over the second round?
All right, sure. If Sergio can join me, that's also great.
Of course.
All right. So,
Sure.
second round, he makes a change. He leads his Galarian Stunfisk. This is a very good lead. I think he made this change because he saw in the first game that they bought 3 Pokemon that were weak to Galarian Stunfisk. And
this one's not
this
Galarian. This is regular Stunfisk.
Okay, regular Stunfisk.
Sucker.
Correction. Yeah. All right. So he gets bubble beamed, and this is kind of iffy now because if he doesn't shield the second one, the Mantine can win if it lands the ice beam.
Yeah, and this is really something important.
He went straight
to,
bubble. Shit. Okay. And
something really important to highlight here is that the regular Stunfisk Mantine matchup is not that good for Stunfisk. Because you can lose against Mantine.
Exactly. Yeah, but I think it was very smart that he bought the Stunfisk to play, and now he's playing a debuffed Vigoroth against a Skarmory. This isn't the best scenario either.
Can you hear me?
Yes, we can.
Okay, fine.
All right.
Don't know what happened there.
Yeah, we're just saying that you got baited by the bubble beam, and
yeah.
And and it was smart that you bought the Galarian Stunfisk and the normal Stunfisk because you saw in the last game that the entire team was weak to it, and you just decided, okay, I'm going to hard counter you. So
yeah. Also, his teammate, he is also triple V to normal Stunfisk with AVAC, with Mantine, and with Skarmory.
Yeah. And I think you barely survived this Shadow Ball to throw the Brave Bird. I don't think this KOs. It puts it in the red, and you'll probably have to farm it down with yours. Oh man, this is gonna be close. Oh, that was so close. I think it's again. This game is a perfect example of why you need to know your matchups. In the lead, if the Mantine had thrown an Ice Beam, it would have flipped the match. Because it got baited. But also that it was a very, very nice, read of the game that they were bringing 3 mons that were weak to the Stunfisk. And all right, game 3.
Yeah, let's see if Phil
I got
adapts
baited.
to it.
Also, Phil baited me so often. It was crazy.
Yeah.
But then you kind of get to know someone's playstyle as well. Like, oh, they're always baiting. Maybe they will continue to do so.
I always shield bait. It's so annoying.
But this is smart.
Yeah. I expected the Bulbasaur because it's his best Stunfisk counter, so I lead it with my Skarm. Because he had to bring a Stunfisk counter, for sure.
Yeah, definitely. Because he was playing around his Stunfisk, so...
Yeah.
I mean, oh wow, he get a Alolan Marowak switch locked against you. You just stand there and farm it a lot, and then double Mud Bomb? Or are you going to push for a little bit more energy?
Double Mud Bomb doesn't KO, I believe.
No.
What I'm mainly trying to do is time my move so he doesn't get in any extra quick moves.
Yeah.
That's my main goal here, and also I want to leave with some energy.
So you're willing to sacrifice?
Actually, I believe I'm not going for switch advantage. That's why I undercharge here.
Okay, you want your...
Because I have double Abomasnow counters in the back.
Yeah, so, fair enough.
And now I can farm with a Vigoroth and get 3 counters energy advantage. And Vigoroth with 2 shields and energy is deadly against anything in this meta.
Yeah, you can't do much. unless they have a mirror Vigoroth. But
Yeah, but even then I win because I have the energy advantage.
yeah.
And right here, as you can see now, my scum gets really low. And in my head, I thought it was the opponent's scummery that was this low. So in my head, I was like, yeah, easy, I got this. But that's why you're going to see I'm going to shoot both weather balls here. it was completely away with my brain at this point, somehow. Because there's no point in shooting this one because it will do less damage than the Sky Attack or Brave Bird. So
Yeah.
I made it closer than it should have been. So yeah, because
Oh my god. I think he was one away from his attack.
yeah, exactly. But luckily I still won it.
Yeah.
So yeah,
it's good. I think you predicted his team quite well. It's just that you made a small error, but that happens to everybody.
And still won it at the end. So 2-1 against Phil. Then in the third round,
Jaraxxus.
Yeah.
That's a nice name.
That's a nice name. This was the highest ranked person in the tournament because it was already played the tournament, so it was already a challenger or rival.
Probably
rival, yeah. And right here, I didn't know, and the person's playing double ice, and so I felt like my G-Fist and both of my Stunfists are mainly G-Fist is looking quite decent here.
Yeah. I think if you hit a decent bulk point, considering yours is a rank 1, it should also flip the 2-shield matchup that Articunos, Shadow Articunos boast that they can beat G-Fisk in 2 shields, but it has a bulk point, and if you have that, you should beat it.
I should have it normally.
Yeah, and pretty much your G-Fisk has play against 5 of his mons, and I think that should be what should be building your team on.
And yeah, I believe I brought in at least 2 matches. Also, I thought he has double ice. He definitely won't expect Tropius in any of my teams. So that's most of the time my thinking. If they have like so many counters to something, it's mainly bench pressure. So I don't think I bring it. So I bring it. A Bomber Snow.
Yeah, but this is also an interesting matchup. Mantine versus a Bomber Snow. If the opponent builds straight Weather Ball, you have play against Mantine.
This person played really smart. It wasn't this one?
Yeah.
No, not in this one. In another match, they went Weather Ball and then Energy Ball, and this KO'd me without needing a third charge move.
Yeah, that's the play you should be doing if you're running an Obama Snow. Mostly, if you go straight Weather Ball, you lose 0 shields when the Mantine goes straight Ice Beam. So I think it's always either go Energy Ball first and then Weather Ball, or depending on your playstyle, you can CMP tie and then get the Weather Ball off later.
Yeah, right here I'm just gonna bring up my Tropius because that way it isn't matched up against the Bomber Snow.
Yeah.
And I also can lock in the Bomber Snow against my third mon again. And that was my thought process at the time. So now I can bring in my G-Fist, which is a way better matchup than my other monster at this line.
Yeah, definitely.
I expected maybe an Energy Ball because...
Yeah, you had no shield. It was surprising that he didn't go for the Energy Ball.
Yeah. Just gonna overfarm little for the rocks. It should KO from this range, it does. But it's still a very uphill battle.
Yeah.
It's a really terrible lead. I didn't expect the Bomber Snow lead at all.
Yeah, I don't think you can make out of it and try and win the game. There was no way back here.
Yeah, I tried my best, but...
Yeah, I think the one way you could have is if the Vigoroth didn't shield the Earthquake.
Yeah, that was my only hope, pretty much. But yeah.
Yeah, it happened.
Yeah.
Okay, so probably you saw him playing Obama Snow.
I just left Tropius on the bench, straight up.
Yeah, definitely. Tropius is no longer existing for you, I guess. So now you're going to probably want to build a team around Vigoroth and G-Fisk, ideally.
Pretty much. I really like the Vigorov Fist combo or Vigorov Scam combo, like in any case, pretty much.
Mm-hmm.
And yeah, I believe I bring it something against a Bomber Snow lead this time.
Yeah, I've noticed players doing this quite a bit. It's
I purposely went weak to a Bomber Snow lead again because for sure they won't bring a Bomber Snow back to back as a lead when I let Tropius.
Yeah.
So they knew I would switch out Tropius. So bring in my Stunfisk.
Mm-hmm.
And they actually made a really nice catch here to catch discharge.
But I'm not sure if that was the right move, though. To be honest, if they had let their Mantine there, I think there was a chance that you win. I mean, that they win.
Yeah, but they already had to invest the shield. Also, they didn't debuff me. They went straight Ice Beam. So second one would have KO'd.
Yes, definitely.
Right here, so can throw some body slams. Also, she can't. This person can't farm me down, so they have to throw a move.
IVs. IVs are useless unless they are. Till they are.
Yeah, IVs is so nice.
Oh man, go on.
At this moment, I was really like, thank God I have that rank 1.
Yeah.
Because that really won me this match. Well, not won me, but it helped me a lot.
Yeah, but I find it surprising how he played, because if you have an Abomasnow at the back, you usually try to save shields for it because it's not the tankiest of mons.
Yeah, and it's like weak to every type in the game, basically.
Yeah, exactly. Surprising. Oh, well, that was actually a good game. The IV is coming in clutch.
Yeah. So I'm now 1-1.
Mm-hmm.
And so I have to win this next game to chance of the sweep. And don't know if I really changed. Believe I went Mantine lead here.
Oh no.
And I believe I went Mantine lead and they let the Abomasnow.
Yeah. The match is going on, by the way.
Oh, I'm somehow like a few seconds behind.
Yeah. Okay, so you are now throwing the Ice Beam, which is what you should. If the Abomasnow decides to throw a Weather Ball, you throw the Ice Beam and hope he throws a Weather Ball again. Because if he does an Energy Ball, it's going to kill you. And it does. Oh, man.
I'm like 2 or 3 seconds behind for whatever reason. So I'm just seeing now the Energy Ball being thrown.
Yeah.
Enough.
And so your Vigoroth is basically half HP now. It's up against. Go on.
Also, I had to stay in the lead with my band team because I had my own fist in the back.
Yeah.
So they're mirroring their own Vigoroth, which I find really surprising because they had a lot of energy.
Yeah, they could have debuffed. I think. Well, no, they lost the Abomasnow. He threw the energy, and then he swapped into Vigoroth. Ideally,
also, at this point, I was like, the Abomasnow is gone, so no point in shielding the Vigoroth. I'm just gonna save all my shields for my Stunfisk.
Yeah, that was your.
And now this gets scary because I have to call a bait, basically, to win.
Oh man, that's a nice call. That's a very brave call.
Yeah, I had to, because in my opinion, double Earthquake, they would have reached 2 Earthquakes.
Yeah, definitely.
So that's why my only play was if they rock slided. And luckily they did.
Yeah, and also what your opponent should have probably done is swap out his Abomasnow before throwing all his energy away. Because if he had is Vigoroth. I think the biggest problem Vigoroth has is Mantine. And if you spin your Tropius, he just farms you down with whatever's left on the Abomasnow.
If I stay in with Mantine against Abomasnow, I for sure have something weak to Abomasnow in the back.
Yeah, exactly. Yeah, it's lucky that day.
So this person actually at the end was like just messaging me like, yeah, lucky ... and never replied after that. Not my fault. Yeah. Then in round 5, I was against Nexus Ilya. And the Blazing pick, like, he's running like double counter users and didn't know any of the matches of Blaziken.
Oh wow,
So, yeah.
Blaziken is super spicy in this meta. I think one shield it even loses against a Vigoroth, straight body slam, and zero shields it
Yeah.
definitely loses against everything in this meta.
Yeah,
And
but it also can like hit pretty hard against some things like a Boma Snow and things like that. But
yeah,
I mean, it
I'm
was day
surprised.
2, so
Yeah, to be honest, we're competing in the Worlds tournament, and some of the people that we've played also have a lot of Blazikens on their team.
in
Yeah.
the Gym
It's an
Breakers,
interesting
or
spice pick.
Yeah, in the Gym Breakers, yes.
yeah, I'm also in the Gym Breakers.
Oh yeah,
Okay.
well, are you seeing a
Yeah.
lot of them as well?
I haven't faced any so far in all my matches.
Alright.
We were up against Chile and against what was it? France.
Oh, okay.
That was a tough group.
Yeah. So
Okay,
I
that's
have
a good lead.
a very nice lead here.
Yeah.
And I stay in because I'm just gonna soak the damage. Believe I go for a bulldoze. Also,
Yeah, you probably threw
this
the
is
bulldoze
this
and
is the
swap
match I misplayed so hard. Looking back at it, like what am I doing here? I don't know. I misplayed it so hard. It's insane. Because as you're gonna see in a short amount of time, I had the perfect counters in the back, even then the bulldoze. So I had it all set up. But yeah, you're gonna see. These are
Yeah,
like
he
some
probably
moments
has
that-
Blaziken at the back and he just kills everything.
First of all, I'm gonna get farmed on by Boma Snow, which is terrible.
Yeah,
So these are
'cause-
some moments where like play super terribly, and I don't know what I'm doing. But it happens sometimes. Sometimes you just make a bad calls and things like that.
Yeah, definitely. And depending on the IVs, Abomasnow can beat Vigoroth in the zero shields. So
Yeah.
So it's kind of risky to give it energy. I guess you just bought in this Karma to soak some weather balls and farm it down.
Exactly. Because it doesn't take too much damage.
Yeah.
Yeah, now we Simo swap.
Oh. If only you had that energy.
Yeah. But this game will be like really close. If we even get because I still have some quite a lot of energy actually on my Boma Snow, on my Skarmory.
Mm-hmm.
And I'm getting off a lot of body slams here.
Yeah,
so yeah. I have to
guess
call Ice Beam, Bubble Beam. I call the Ice
He
Beam.
went Ice Beam, whoa.
And the 1 HP.
That's definitely a Bubble Beam, I guess.
No, it's the 1 HP Ice Beam. But now here's a crucial error he made. He swapped into the Air Slash. So we got a tie. Because as he swapped into the Air Slash, his Boma Snow took the damage, and Bubble and Air Slash both 3-turn moves, so we simultaneously KO'd. Otherwise, he would have won because
you would have had Boma Snow at the back. Yeah, that's
I
weird.
thought that you won that. I couldn't tell for sure.
No, it was the 2-turn move deals the damage faster than the Air Slash, so he would have won that if he didn't swap out to catch the quick move.
Yeah, so basically what he did, he tried to deny a fast move by swapping into the Abomasnow. But
so I was quite lucky that I still got a tie off of it after misplaying it really badly. So yeah. So here's a matchup I really like with Tropius, Racing Tropius. It's like the cheapest matchup. Because the Machos do 1 damage, because that's the least they can do. And I can easily tank 2 Rock Slides.
yeah, that's something that people, if you want to invest in a Tropius, maybe you have to look for the bulk point for that and the Azumarill matchup. I mean, I think you touched on it already. Yeah.
Yeah. Here I luckily lagged shortly, but I still got out in time with my Tropius to bank all that energy.
Mm.
And now his Abomasnow is switch locked against my Skarm. So I should be able to win switch advantage, which I do.
Yeah,
and
you have switch and shield advantage.
Exactly. So I'm feeling very decent about the situation now. Because
Yeah.
I even have Vigoroth here. I believe I'm gonna shield once, farm down, if he allows it. Yeah, there's a Manti in the back. But I have quite a bit of energy lead, and also I have that Leaf Blade stored in the back still.
Yeah, there is no way. I don't think there's a way the opponent comes back into this game.
No.
You're probably even... You can actually finish this off with Vigoroth, I think, if you shield the Ice Beam.
It's a bubble beam, of course, because why wouldn't it?
But I don't understand why are they baiting so much? It's
but
weird.
I even can finish off with my Tropius, because I have that start up that Leaf Blade, which will KO. Yeah. And now 1 or 2 counts are enough, and I win this. So now I'm 1-0 after the tie. And I don't think I brought Tropius again, because he would expect maybe, or I'm expecting more to bring it now. So I lead my Fisk, and I get a really nice lead with Mantine. This is the main matchup I really like about my normal Stunfisk. And here I soften up the Vigoroth. With that, I can ensure switch advantage no matter what, pretty much.
Yeah.
And
actually,
I really like switch advantage.
Yeah, I think so. And what I've been realizing more and more when I'm watching your game is that I had the normal Stunfisk on my team, but I never used it as a lead. Mostly just out of fear, I guess. But I think how you're playing makes more sense.
Yeah, you can play around for speed with normal Fist most of the time.
Yeah, if they go straight Earthquake, I think you still beat a normal Stunfisk in the 2 shields. But
I looked it up. High IV G-Fisk loses the 1 shield going straight Earthquake against the rank 1 normal Fisk, because the normal Stunfisk tanks the second Earthquake and wins by 1 HP. But that's like Olive IVs and all that stuff.
All right, yeah, that's something I did not know. I guess it's just it's the same breakpoint as for Registeel, I guess. That
pretty much.
Yeah.
Here, my opponent made a mistake by throwing Blaze Kick into my Vigoroth instead of straight countering me down.
Yeah, I think. Yeah, go on.
Yeah, so this will be very close, because bubble damage and Thundershock damage. But right here, IVs again came through, so I survived the bubble.
Man, that's close games, really.
There's a lot of them where you've just managed to barely just mudslap or thunderbolt down the opposing team.
Yeah. And he also messaged me right after, like, he shouldn't have thrown the Blaze Kick, which is true, because he could have countered me down basically and would have won with Blaze Kicking. Yeah, so I also expected. I did not expect what it was called, the Blazing in the back. So I didn't shield my normal Stunfisk. But yeah. Then do you want to say something as well? Or...
No. I mean, like, I just wanted to comment that the opponent played like how I'm playing in this cup. It's like basically I have the game at hand and then I throw.
Yeah. Yes. Yeah.
Go on. No, it's just been difficult for me. I haven't practiced as much, so.
Okay.
But that's not even true, Abby. You still did a 5-2 for your weighted. I mean, that's nothing to scoff at. That's
like very decent. There's nothing to complain about.
Yeah, but I could have made it 6-1 and I threw. For example, there was a 30% Galarian Stunfisk. I was one bubble away from an Ice Beam. And for some reason, I thought it would be smart to throw a bubble beam.
Oh, yeah. I know these matches where like throw away games so badly by doing a weird move.
Yeah, it's fun. It's all in good fun, but still annoying.
Fair. So right here in the final game, I'm up against Dancing Rob, who is a very close friend of mine even. So it was kind of a dream finale. We are also like on the Discord call with some other friends of us. And it was like a final that we kind of expected, but we always hate because we both know our playstyle very well. So it's like so hard to predict. But yeah, I believe in game one. Was it game one? I used the double fist strat with a scam lead to like say switch one fist to bait out the Pharaoh because both fists have super matchups here. But actually, I get the Pharaoh in the lead, and I didn't know how close this matchup could be. And also at that point, I didn't know about the strat about fast move denial because that's like such an issue at the moment. But yeah, and right here, it's actually a weird play, kinda, to switch to the stun fist.
Yeah.
But my scam had so much HP, I just wanted to save it, and I know that I have a second stun fist in the back that could do the same as this stun fist. And Scammery with like some HP and some energy is very, very good in this meta.
I agree, and I
That's what
think Stunfisk was a good switch because it's pretty strong against most of the team, and you already knew that Ferrothorn was there. So
Yeah. And right here, I'm going for my one Fisk into the other Fisk. And so I can basically farm down this Scummery from now on. Because I know this Pharaoh is basically gone, and Stunfisk with like 100 energy can win against anything. And right here, for whatever reason, I accidentally click on Mud Bomb against the Drift Blim. But luckily he still shields it, because he obviously wouldn't expect a bait, because why would I bait at this point? Because it wasn't even on purpose. And right here, as you see, this was before Sex Swap are fixed. He had to stop one turn to pull off a Sex Swap, but I noticed it that he stopped, so I waited to run a discharge on the Drift Blim. And at this point, I basically have won, because my Scam is full health and has a shield.
Yeah.
And also Scams is very good closer with Brave Bird.
Yeah, I was experimenting a little bit running Flash Cannon, but that's not as good.
So yeah. So in the second match, I knew he must bring something against Stunfisk, because he was double weak to it in the back against both Stunfisk even. So I yeah. So I actually get another really good lead here with my Stunfisk into the Drift Blim. And I like to soften up the G-Fist, because otherwise it's gonna get off too many charge moves for my liking. And I don't really need the energy on my Stunfisk, because I can get it back so quickly against with Thundershock.
Yeah, I think that's something that's very good about the normal stun.
Yeah. It has such cheap energy moves for all that. Right here, this is like
This is really
so
bad.
annoying, this matchup. It takes forever.
Yeah, I think at this point he can just farm you down.
Yeah, he will actually even. So maybe I could have swapped out, but I needed to stay in, because I had something weak to Driften back, I believe.
Mm-hmm.
That's why I had to stay in to bring this again. I knew I forgot it even.
As in what your other Pokemon was.
Yeah, Skarmory. Yeah, I could have swapped out, to be honest, but
here goes Icy Wind. Okay. That's
yeah.
a questionable swap, though. 2 shield Skarmory easily wins. Unless you get baited twice. But
Yeah.
And also Skarmory is a very good matchup against the Drift Blim, even though I think it has enough for another Shadow Ball.
Yeah. That's like as I said at the start, I really didn't have any practice at all. So that's why I played like some matches like really weird because it didn't know which Pokemon would win against what and all that stuff.
Yeah.
But he I should be able to farm it down. Oh no, I'm gonna say, yeah, I expected his swap because I knew he was gonna throw Shadow Ball, so we cannot get off the Cyber swap here. And then we encounter some lag. So that's why he also didn't shield, because I mean, I believe I was pretty much 2 moves already, which would have been killed of both.
Yeah, that's
But
surprising.
Yeah, he didn't know with my energy because of the lag. We both lagged and all this stuff. And
Yeah,
map
no.
bomb, both would have, the second one would have KO'd most likely.
Mm-hmm.
So he didn't really have any play, to be honest. And I also still had my Skarmory.
No, yeah, definitely. I don't think he had a way back into the game. If I were him, I would have probably decided to bait because that was the only way. I mean, if he gets a power whip bait or something, because you shielded the first one.
But if the power bait fails, it's like 2 damage, and
that's for sure.
It's hard. It's hard to come back from. It was a very uphill battle for him.
Yeah, exactly.
So I'm 2-0. So at this point, I already know that I will win this tournament.
Mm-hmm.
So I'm feeling pretty chill about game 3.
Yeah, but we'll show it anyway because we like to show the finals.
Yeah. So I get a fairly neutral lead. It can go either way, depending on if it goes straight Bubble Beam, straight Ice Beam, if the opponent goes for Brave Bird or straight Sky Attack and all that stuff. Also, it's very IV dependent. So
Abby's tip is never to shield as the Skarmory the first Mantine attack, right, Abby?
Yeah, never shield the first one. Because if they go Ice Beam, you're not debuffed. Then you have a better matchup. If they go Bubble Beam, then you shield, then you just shot yourself in the foot.
Yeah. So I'm saving the energy and maintaining the back because I knew that my Skarm can deal with a non-debuff Vigoroth.
Mm-hmm.
And yes, we have 2 body stems, but they won't
You still
KO.
survive, I think. Yeah.
Exactly. And now I am 1 away from Brave Bird. Yes.
Yeah.
And I can Brave Bird anything.
That's actually perfect because it's a Skarmory and they probably won't shield. And
Exactly, and it does even resist so much damage.
And now this will force a shield because they are so low. Oh no, he
Pretty
didn't
much.
shield. Whoa.
Yeah, we both know our playstyle too well. Of course, he survived with the 1 HP. But with that, I get a jump step from Vigoroth, and
oh man, that's done. There's no way. Yeah. Right. GG's. Great place.
Yeah. It was like a really nice start for the new season. It also gave me a lot of motivation to play more, which I'm also doing.
Mm-hmm.
Because I didn't have like a lot of time to look into it and all that stuff at the start. But yeah.
Question is, are you still running the same team?
No, I changed it.
Fair
1 sec. I'm gonna look what it is now. Because as now I'm running Shadow Articuno because I have quite decent one. I'm also running Allow Marowak because it's like so many Ferrothorns around, so many Bomber Snow, and it's very neutral against many things as well. Also good against Vigoroth. I'm also running Ferrothorn now.
Okay.
Because it's like it's a grass type basically. What I really liked about Dropius was that it doesn't have the fighting weakness.
Yeah.
But Ferrothorn has better typing and better charge moves. I kicked out G-Fist because like everyone's going anti-G-Fist. So I only have my normal Stunfist, which is enough as an anti-flyer. And then the normal duo of Mantine and Vigoroth, because those 2 are such good stables and always good. They never let anyone down.
Yeah, because it's an interesting change because you just swapped your G-Fisk to have Ferrothorn do the same thing, but with a good coverage of grass.
Yeah.
Basically, it beats G-Fisk and also has a very solid matchup against the Mantine, with which the G-Fisk does not.
Yeah, and I'm doing quite well with this team. I'm quite liking it because I can do pretty much against any team anything.
Yeah.
And yeah, so I really like this meta at the moment. It's very playable. We definitely had first for sure.
Yeah, it's a fun meta. I think you still have play even if you lose leads. It's not like very rock paper scissory to be.
Oh, yeah. Those are the
according
worst
to me.
ones for me. I mean, they're the worst for everyone, but it makes me less excited to play those cups. Like the Forest Cup last season. Do you guys remember? It was like, either a
oh boy.
Fairthorn or a Blaziken or a Kingdra. And if you picked the wrong
And
one to start, then yeah, you were just automatically done.
normal Stunfist that won everything besides Ferrothorn in this meta. It was so weird. And it was also very RPS, sadly.
Yeah. But I guess sometimes some of the tournaments are always like that.
Yeah. But
So
yeah.
we have a question
So-
in the chat, and we were just kind of discussing it earlier. But besides like a counter user, what are some viable Ferrothorn counters that maybe has some play against Mantine as well? I threw out Abomasnow because I think it does fairly well against both.
What's it called? The dark normal one. I forgot the name.
Obstagoon.
Oh, yeah, yeah.
Obstagoons
Oh, yeah.
definitely
We
has
had
some
that one
play
thrown out
because
as well.
it's decent against Skarm. It actually wins against Skarm, or it's like IV dependent. It wins with 1 HP and all that stuff. But it's quite well. It's quite bulky. Definitely has some play, in my opinion.
Well,
But-
I saw a very interesting team today. It was double counter users, both Vigoroth and Obstagoon on the team.
Mm-hmm.
And he
Yeah, I've seen
ran
that quite a lot too.
Yeah, and game one he ran both together. Basically, he had my Mantina line against one of the fighters, and the other one
Yeah.
was free at the back to do whatever it wanted.
Basically saves this Vigoroth because that's what everyone's doing.
Yeah,
And then you have a free fighter in the back, which is definitely has a lot of play.
yeah, especially because even if you have a Skarmory at the back, Obstagoon still has play. Especially if it gets the boost, you might as well throw the phone away and then walk.
And I also really do like the double up strats with you double up on one Pokemon or one type in the back and bait out one and have the one free in the back. It's a very effective way to play.
Yeah, I've been running this strat recently against quite a lot of people. Running Vigoroth with Mantine and Skarmory. Basically, bait out one of the counters with Skarm and then finish off with Mantine.
Kevkiller is running the Shadow Articuno, Driftbloom, and Mantine on his team, and I said that he was a monster.
Yeah, timeout strat
He's a
in
timeout monster.
Sunrise Cup.
Oh man, that's just sad.
I don't know if you ever run them all at once. It probably wouldn't make much sense because of
I think if the game
Jeepus
goes,
could just take it out.
Yeah, or normal Stunfist even.
Oh, that's true as well, yeah.
But yeah. I mean, Divas have a lot of play as well. Yeah. I mean, with this meta was also quite nice that you can play some off meta or spice picks a lot easier without getting punished for it.
Yeah. Definitely.
Yeah, someone in our Worlds group is running an Arcanine. Arcanine? How do you pronounce that?
Arcanine,
Crazy.
Yeah. Arcanine.
I never played Pokemon growing up, so I never actually heard how any of these things are pronounced. So I just look at it and said, oh yeah, that makes sense. And then sometimes I hear it out loud. I'm like, oh, that's not what I've been saying.
Yeah, sometimes it's just weird. It's a big game. You make mistakes. Everybody makes mistakes.
Yeah.
So,
All right, guys. Anybody in the chat has any questions?
Yeah. So someone was asking about Cherim. I don't know. What do you think about it, guys?
I mean, what
It's
does it really win?
but
it's okay against Skarm because of Weather Ball, against Ferrothorn, but yeah.
But still, against Skarm, it still loses to Skarm. You need
I mean, it's
and
decent.
Mantine, you need to hit Solar Beam. That's
It's decent against G-Fist
easy.
and normal Stunfisk, but yeah, I mean, it's definitely quite niche, like with Weather Ball and all that stuff. So
Yeah.
I mean, it can have play, but I don't think it has too much play. Personally thinking.
Exactly, because it's squishy, number one, and
Yeah.
Weather Ball is a good move, not a great move, especially if it doesn't have stab.
I mean, also Alolan Marowak is very popular by now.
Yeah.
And that's like a straight up wall to it that it can pretty much farm down.
Yeah, I don't think anything you throw at it will do a lot of damage.
Exactly. I mean, would you probably would play it with Solar Beam or maybe Dazzling Gleam for Altaria? I also see a lot more of Altaria back now because Chiefis is getting rarer.
Mm-hmm. Because everybody is countering, the meta is
Exactly.
evolving in a way.
It's like with every season, every month. Like in the first 2 weeks, the meta is totally different than in the last 2 weeks because people are figuring out the meta more and countering the main meta more, and then the picks that counter the counters and all that stuff. So yeah.
So after watching quite silently, the chat is on fire right now, and someone is talking about Ferrothorn with Flash Cannon, telling that you can beat Mantine and Obama Snow and Ferrothorn with Thunder. So any thoughts on that?
There's Scam, and you need Thunder for Scam for sure, in my opinion. Because otherwise Flash Cannon is resisted, Power Whip is now resisted.
And
Thunder,
also, you don't really need Flash Cannon to beat a Mantine. You just go Power Whip.
No, but to beat the Obama Snow. Because I think you one-shot the Obama Snow if you
true.
And it is
unexpected. It depends on the team comp. If you have like four things weak to Obama Snow, then it definitely has some play, but I feel like Thunder is like it can be better especially against the Flyers. That's like why you have it.
And I think Thunder does more damage too, Vigoroth. It's also more damage than Flash.
Also,
no, it doesn't.
With the latest update to change to Flash Cannon, you need like one bullet seed more to get to it, which is really unfortunate. Because before you actually had a really good matchup against Altaria with it, going straight Flash Cannon. But now as you need one more move, it's more difficult.
Yeah.
The chat's also blowing up about Bibarel. What do you guys think about that?
Bibarel is always like it's a meme, such meme, but always good in the Civ Cups for whatever reason.
Yeah, it's because it's tanky and it's water gun damages.
And unique typing with water and normal.
Yeah. But I think it's going to get less popular because G-Fisk is getting less and less popular. Unless there's going to be a rise of Alolan Marowak.
I feel like Alolan Marowak gets quite a rise at the moment. Or I'm seeing a lot more.
Mm-hmm.
But
I've added it to my team as well for a different cup that I'm playing.
Yeah, and I think Water Gun is also pretty good against Articuno. I mean,
yeah, it's true. Yeah, I mean, Water Gun is just it's a heavy hitting move.
It's a Lick clones, and Lick is also quite a nice move. So
yeah,
there's a girl in Girls That PvP, and she's gone like 6-0, and she has a Bibarel on her team, and so she keeps praising Lord Bidoof, as they say.
Yeah, I mean, it definitely has some play. It always has some play because it has a nice moveset and nice typing, and people don't like it and don't counter it or don't try to counter it.
Yeah, with Ferrothorn at the rise, Alolan Marowak will rise from the dust. Yeah, definitely. But anyways, I've been running Alolan Marowak since forever. It's mostly for me. It's like I see a lot of Obama Snows. I'm just going to scare people away by just having Alolan Marowak, and also this Articuno just to scare people. It's good.
Also, it's not too bait dependent this cup as like other times, because you mainly rely on the quick move damage here.
Yeah, definitely. With Vigoroth.
Someone else is asking about a team composed of Abomasnow, Vigoroth, Altaria, Alolan, Marowak, Mantine, and G-Fisk. What do you think of this potential team? Keeping in mind that someone is telling that the team is a bit weak to Drifblim in the chat.
Okay, what's the team again?
Yeah, that's a lot of Pokemon. Yeah, Abomasnow, Vigoroth, Altaria, Alolan Marowak, Mantine, and G-Fisk.
Yep, exactly.
It's a pretty solid team. It's not exactly weak to Drifblim.
It doesn't have a clear counter to G-Fisk beside his Vigoroth, I
Yeah,
believe.
yeah, that's something
This-
that needs
But
to be addressed.
Yeah, but it's weird. G-Fisk is so good, but also so rare now because there's so many counters to it.
Mm-hmm.
But yeah,
I think it's it looks pretty solid.
It's a pretty solid team.
yeah. I've seen Altaria and also Charmas rising lately because like G-Fisk is like so rare now, or getting more rare.
Yeah, and I think like people have figured out how to play against the G-Fisk. So
Yeah.
So slowly and steadily, we'll see less and less of G-Fisk, more and more of Charmers, because they have much better matchups in the meta. Like, I think the main reason why we didn't see a lot of Wigglytuff is because of the existence of G-Fisk.
Yeah, exactly.
Yeah, plus those double fighter
the
teams
chat-
with Wigglytuff. Yeah, they're like 2/3 of their team is rendered pretty useless.
Yep, definitely. Tried. Daniel Payne says he tried Emolga. If you don't shield Mantine Ice Beam.
I was about to ask you about Emolga. So
Run normal
it's a
Stunfisk.
Run Stunfisk. Yeah, that's what I would say too.
It's a recurring mon that's more and more showing on cups. Emolga. So actually, some people can have it. So yeah, it's very funny.
I still wouldn't invest in an Emolga.
I had Zapdos at the start, and I thought, why not just run Stunfisk, because it isn't walled by G-Fisk and has play against so much more because of the bulk and the moveset. So yeah, also Emolga is quite squishy, right?
Yeah, very
Yeah,
squishy.
I think so, yeah. Daniel, when you said you switched to Quagsire, what are the moves? Are you running Stone Edge and Earthquake on it? That's not a bad pick either, because that deals decently with the Mantine.
Yeah, I was experimenting briefly with the team with Quagsire. It's pretty good. It beats what's it called? G-Fisk really clearly. Straight Earthquake. Beats Mantine straight Stone Edge. It does quite a bit of work, and Vigoroth will be forced to shield. But I don't know. I think G-Fisk has such a great moveset, and the steel typing really helps G-Fisk. I wouldn't put Quagsire over G-Fisk, maybe.
Yeah. I mean, they made G-Fisk quite broken by adding Rock Slide to it.
Yeah. If it had Stone Edge, then it would be okay, because it would take more energy to get there. But Rock Slide...
They could have just not add Rock Slide to the move pool and just give it like, what's it called? Muddy Water, Flash Can, and Earthquake, and it would be broken.
Basically. Yeah, it would still be broken.
Yeah, but it wouldn't be as broke because it even has some plain Ultra Premier, for example, with 1000 CP, which is just crazy.
Yeah, definitely. Stone Edge Earthquake on Quagsire, running both Quag and G-Fisk. That's interesting. Let me see. No, that's actually quite good, I think. Both do different roles, and if you make it work, it's just going to be a team that you have to be very careful of having Vigoroth against you. with Shadow
Although
Bombers and Quagsire.
Quagsire is okay against Vigoroth because it doesn't take super effective damage.
Yeah, but Vigoroth still beats it in one shield, right?
Yeah, sure, but it has to shield at some point at least.
Yeah. So he's running Shadow Bombers now, Quagsire, Mantine, and Vigoroth and G. That's a pretty solid team. I think it can work. The thing with this meta is I think every team can work. You just need to play it well.
Yeah, if
It's
you
just
have
pretty
one
open.
that you really like, you can definitely try to find a team that works around it.
Yeah, exactly. Like you just pick a mon that you like and then work around it. It's a
what
good
I
cup.
did. I picked double Fisk and then just built the rest around it.
Yeah, I changed my Whiscash to a Fisk because you told me that it was better than the. However, I did go 7-0 in the cup that I had the Whiscash.
Oh, Whiscash is amazing in a way that it's one of the only mons that G-Fisk doesn't turn the matchup with like energy advantage.
Yeah,
it's true. But it does kind of poopy against the rest.
Well, it still does okay. I mean, it's a lot of shield pressure. I mean, it's like such a good charger.
Against Garm, it's a little difficult to play.
Yeah, definitely.
And if you try to bait on a Mantine, it's like, well,
no,
never mind.
You never bait on a Mantine with a mud move.
It's a plop.
Yeah, you're basically tickling the Mantine. All right, guys. Quack with Earthquake is very good. Great mind game, but it loses to Swampert in a Mudboy match. Yeah, of course. I mean,
yeah, but almost all of them lose to Swampert in a Mudboy match.
Yeah, Swampert is the king of Mudboys. Don't think any other Mudboy comes close to beating Swampert. Except G-Fisk with one Mudshot advantage, it can go straight Earthquake and kill your Swampert and your Dreams if you go straight Hydro Cannon.
What is the is that an all shield scenario?
I don't know about all shields. I know in the one shield, if you have one Mudshot advantage and if the Swampert doesn't have Earthquake and goes straight Hydro Cannon, you just go straight Earthquake and you win. You just need one Mudshot advantage.
That's a really good thing to know.
Yeah. Been there. I killed this Swampert like that. He was using Hydro Cannon and a Sludge Wave, and he threw the first Hydro Cannon, and then he threw the second one. I was like, I think I win this. Well, yeah, it's an interesting cup. A lot of play ways to lose. I know myself. I've been going after my recordings a while, and yeah, every game I've lost, I know a way to win, and that's kind of funny that it's happening. But it's good for the meta and for Sylph. It's a very strong meta.
Yeah, and it's an interesting meta because a lot of new players joined, because most of the mons that are top in this meta are the ones that are used in GBL. So basically, most of the people have a G-Fisk build. They have like
Skarmory, Eboma Snow.
Yeah, exactly. So that was very good from Sylph part to kind of have this, let's say, more mainstream meta for the first months of the cup, because I know personally a lot of people that just joined for the first time and that are enjoying a lot. So it's very good. It's going to, I think, attract more players in the upcoming months.
Yeah, definitely. All right. Anything else, guys? Because I think I gotta go.
Yeah, I think we can end this person.
I also have a Sylph match in a few minutes.
Oh, well, good luck, good luck.
Thanks.
Just to let everyone know, next week, hopefully, not to put pressure on him, but Leandrooo will probably hit rank 10 in Go Battle League, and we'll do a video on it, so tune back in for that.
Can you think of a spicy pick? Like, what do you want the spicy pick to do? It depends on that.
Golok with
Golok.
with Mudslap. Also has like Poison or something like that. It walls of Chiefis, it walls of Vigoroth.
Oh yeah,
So-
interesting.
It has like a ghost ground typing, which is quite nice, but maybe
Too candy
For-
intensive.
for spice picks you can always ask Aerosol. It's another German trainer. He also has Twitch and all that stuff. He's always running spice. It's like he's running Ice Fang, Stoutland in this cup, and things like that.
Stoutland, really?
Yeah, with Ice Fang.
That's interesting.
Heatmore, that's a good
But
suggestion
that-
too.
that's
I ran that
the-
in a Forest Cup.
Oh yeah,
Yeah.
That's the captain of the German team, I think.
yeah, it is. That's
Is he still
Aerosol.
running Heat? Okay, if we ever play Germany, guys, Sergio and Amanda, please note he's running Ice Fang on
Ice
his.
Fang, it's an
No,
Ice
no.
Fang style.
Uh,
Yeah,
it was,
tell us more,
it's
Leandrooo.
Civ Cups.
Tell us
No, it
more.
was in this Civ Cup marathon that was hosted by Kev Kilaka.
Uh-huh.
And Aerosol or Tim's goal was to run a different team in every cup.
Oh, that's
Oh,
cool.
wow.
I like that.
Yeah.
That's maybe because he's like trying to get those new badge. I don't know
Yeah,
if you would
also.
notice, but you have like some hidden badges, and like I know that the Snowflake to win at least half of your games in the tournament, and in your team you cannot have like you can only have 1 mon per type. I mean, you can for example you can have 1 water, but not a water flying plus. I don't know if you
It's
got
pure
all
typing.
that.
Yeah. Pure typing.
You can have double. You can have double typing, but you can only have like only 1 mon share. The mons cannot share types.
Okay, yeah, fair enough. That's interesting. Anyways, guys, I gotta go.
Yep.
It's getting a
Yep.
wee bit late.
We'll end this out.
Let's not hold everybody up.
Seriously, thank you everyone for coming. This is really cool. We'll try
Yeah.
to do some more live streams throughout the rest of the year.
Yeah, that will also maybe at some point show how to lose in Master League.
All right.
See you guys. Bye.
Guys.
Bye.
Thank you, everyone. Bye.